Hey Bandits, it's me, filling in for Sharpest today. He's got a bit of an emergency going on with his friends. I know a lot of you know this. Some pretty serious shit. So he gets the pass. He's allowed to miss today. He has a full excuse from his parents. And thinking of you, buddy. Hope everything's alright. Pouring out for your homies, right? Alright, so like I said, this is just going to be quick. I don't have a lot of time today. My schedule's filled with things, busy things like I don't know, but I got shit to do. So basically, this is how it's going to work. I'm just going to give you a quick rundown from last week, deliver a weekly beer, and then talk about what we got going on starting tonight. So, first things first, last week, me, the kid, I guess I'm not the kid, but I'm pretty sweet. I beat Zach by 1 point. I was trailing by 12 going into the Monday night game. Had my boy Jimmy Graham score 13 fantasy points, beat Zach by 1. Luckily didn't lose too much from my defenses, except for like the day before, because the Cardinals just blow. But then Zach put the 49ers on the waiver, so I got them, and I'm just fucking great, and I'm ready to go. But that was huge. It was big, and we'll talk about that in a little bit, but it made me kind of pound the chest a bit. Brad and Sharp, big news of the league. We had two record events this weekend. The first one was Brad and Sharp getting the league's first draw. First ever. A 76-76 draw. For those of you who don't know, me being the soccer fan that I am, I'm totally fine with draws. Draws stand in this league. There's no need for a tiebreaker. You were both even. The score shows it. Don't need to try to pick a difference. It's like trying to pick a difference between the left boob and the right boob. They're both great. Let's just kind of so 76-76, both of them in the D column, or the T column, I guess. But interesting, well done. Then we had Ant just blowing out Sheck by 40 points. It was 106-66. That meatball team is rolling. I'm afraid to play them this weekend, but I'm hoping. Then Tom, our other big moment this weekend. Tom breaking J-Ball's old high-scoring record against J-Ball, which had to have stung a little bit. J-Ball looked strong for a while. It just looked like it might be Tom's second loss, and then Doug Martin just blew up and just kind of just like splooged all over, scoring 51 fantasy points. I looked it up. That's the third most points by a single fantasy player ever in the history of fantasy football. So pretty fortuitous of you to have him on your team at that particular moment in time. Brings home a 167-point game as a team, breaking J-Ball's old record of 162 points by 5 points. So, Thomas, you get yourself a platinum beer can. Some people were wondering what the next level is. That is the diamond beer can, and that won't be released until some bitch breaks the 170 mark. So, after that, that's it. It's just all diamonds. I'm not going to go 80s and 90s. I got nothing for that. At least yet. Maybe I'll think of something. But so congratulations, Tom. Good on you. I'm proud of you. Now, the thing that we really want to look at tonight is this is our final week. This is week 10. So there's a couple key battles going on. The first thing is this. Tom, Ant, and Sharp, you're all locked for the playoffs. You're in, and it doesn't matter what happens over the course of this week. You are good to go. Then it comes down to me, Zach, and Sheckton. We have some battling to do to try to get in that fourth and final playoff spot. With my win last week and Sheck's loss, I'm kind of in this inside track, even though Sheck and I's record's the same. So for me to make the playoffs, I need to win. If I win, I'm in. Doesn't matter. I can lose, and if Sheckton loses and doesn't outscore me, I'm still in. And I can lose, and if Sheckton loses but outscores me by 15 points or less, I'm still in. So that's pretty much that. Unless we both win and Sheckton outscores me by 16 or 17, then Sheckton's in as well. Sheckton, he's got to win, and he needs me to lose, more or less, or he can win and outscore me by 17 or more. And then we have Zach. Zach's got the toughest path. He's got a point. He's got a game down. He needs to win. He needs me to lose, and he also needs Sheck to lose, and he also needs to outscore me by 10 points or less or more. So even if he wins and Sheck and I both lose, there's still a possibility that Zach might not make it if I outscore him this weekend. So just to recap, me win and Sheckton loss, or win and Sheckton wins but does not outscore me by 15 or less, or win and Shekton loss without outscoring me, period. Shekton, you need to win and you need me to lose, or you need to win and you need to outscore me by 17 or more points. Zach, you need to win, you need me and Shekton both to lose, and you need to outscore me by 10 or more points. You're already ahead of Shekton, so that doesn't matter. The other big battle we got going on is for the Medal of Shame, which is crazy because those two kids play themselves this weekend. It's Shekton, or it's Brad versus J-Ball, which is literally, we're in the Stefan Lawrence Bowl of shame tonight, which is pretty fucking awful, but cool, go for you. So J-Ball, Brad, simple message. Win and don't wear the medal. Lose, and Tom hands that Medal of Shame right off to your worthy necks. So, fight hard, gentlemen, because nobody wants to see Wildy the White Whale hanging from your fucking neck. Now, the last duty we have is to give the weekly beer. As already noted, Thomas of the family Greg has won it yet again. I believe this is his 4th or 5th beer. He might have won half of the league beers this year. His team's just going off. And they're going to be scary good if Doug Martin keeps doing what he's doing and Adrian Foster can kind of pick it up a little bit. He hasn't slacked per se, but let's face it, we know the kid's he's a point machine. I think he hasn't had a single game this season without scoring at least one touchdown, which is amazing because as Anthony has once told us, if you can get these guys about 100 yards and a touchdown, they're going to have a good day. And so Adrian Peterson pretty much has good days like every day. So Thomas, you are in the weekly beer. I don't have a pop top, but I've got a popper and a top. And so, congratulations, Tom. This beer goes out to you. You've earned it. You kicked all of our asses this season. We'll see what happens in the playoffs, buddy. And with that, good night. Happy hunting. And let's have some fucking football games that go down to the wire. Peace.